Hello everyone, this is vlog number 3. Once again, I am not going to be going with any of your suggestions. I had been planning to do one where I was going to use a suggestion of yours, and then once again something came up that I want to focus on instead. I do promise that very soon, within a week, I will do one with one of your suggestions, but again, like I said, something came up. Unfortunately, this time what came up was not good. The last vlog I did, I was very excited about Battleground and being in the trailer, and I'm still excited about that. That's coming out on Valentine's Day. Make sure if you don't have plans to watch it, that you make plans to watch it. And before I get started, I've had some requests to see Refugio, and he's pretty curious right now. So this is Refugio. I hope I won't get too babbly. It's something I'm very emotional about because I have very strong feelings about it. So I apologize if I babble. I apologize if I cry. I'm already close. But I guess I just want to be real and hopefully get some good feedback. My mom is a breast cancer survivor. It's been about 5 years. I think pretty close to the date since she was diagnosed. She was diagnosed because she had her yearly mammogram. She wasn't even 50 years old, and her breast cancer came in the form of microcalcifications, which are particles smaller than grains of sand. So it's not something that doing a self-exam, which you should still do, would catch. It's something that could only be caught by having your yearly mammogram. And anyway, since my mom was diagnosed, I started participating in the Susan G. Komen 3-Day for the Cure, which is a 3-day, 60-mile walk to fight breast cancer. And in doing so with my teammates, my friends, I've managed to raise, and this isn't me personally, but like I said, with my team of people who have walked with me and my friends who have supported during fundraisers, but pretty close to $40,000 in the past 5 years to fight breast cancer. I was hoping that I could do a really excited vlog and be pumped about it and be like, oh, there's Refugio's tail. Be like, oh, help me along this journey. It's going to be awesome. I was excited to show off these sweet thermos things that Allison, who is on my team for the first time this year, gave me for Christmas. It says Mama Lisha, and there's the ribbon thing, and says Mandy on the bottom, and she made them for all 4 of us who are walking or signed up to walk as of now, as well as one for my mom, who everyone affectionately calls Mama Licious. But I'm sure if you are on the internet at all, you're aware that there is some controversy going on with Susan G. Komen. And this is where I really struggle, and for a couple reasons. I've been really torn the last couple of days since I first heard about the change, and really have been thinking whether or not I should do this walk. And so the reason why I'm making this vlog is to come to you for information and support, advice, and I guess I'll just kind of tackle each of those separately. First of all, if you have an unbiased source, any sort of article or videos or anything that you can share with me so that I can make my decision as informed as possible, please send that my way. The second thing would be advice. I was talking to a friend via Facebook, Sarah, who is very active in fundraisers for or against cancer, and she had posted a link about what's going on with Susan G. Komen, and I just kind of commented back and forth, and she said, "Don't let the unfocused and discouraging actions of others detract from your good deeds." And that made me really happy. That in conjunction with the fact that I read somewhere else that 80% of the money raised on the 3-day goes toward research. Well, what about the people who don't even know they have it? If they have something like my mom, where you couldn't feel it, and if they don't have health insurance, like I don't have health insurance, how are they going to get a mammogram if Susan G. Komen has pulled out of Planned Parenthood? So it makes me wonder what it's really worth. And I'm still leaning toward doing it. And so I guess that's where the support part comes in. Obviously, I wasn't paying my $2,300 to do the walk each year by myself. I was a teacher, now I'm self-employed, so I can't do that. A lot of people contributed to what I was doing, and now I'm scared as I watch my newsfeed on Facebook or my timeline on Twitter blow up with people that are so angry. Are people even going to be willing to donate? If you're watching this and you're a friend, and you could let me know if you'll continue to support me and my walk, if you just let me know your thoughts in general, even if it's unorganized like my thoughts right now are unorganized, that would make a huge difference. Another thing I wanted to share is something that I got via email as I was preparing to record this vlog. You can see I'm still in blog mode. It's an email from the people at Susan G. Komen. So it says, "To our dear Susan G. Komen 3-day family, the current debate over the changes to Susan G. Komen's grant-making programs continues. What also continues is the need for us to focus on the undeniable fact that women are diagnosed with breast cancer and can die from breast cancer every day." Well, how are they going to get diagnosed if they can't get a mammogram? "No group associated with Susan G. Komen for the Cure works harder than all of you who participate in the 3-day. The energy and passion you demonstrate through involvement with the 3-day is an inspiration to all of us. Regardless of the ongoing debate, we need to step back and remember why we all got involved in the first place. We are united in our energy and our passion to eradicate breast cancer. The debate will continue. The dollars at the center of it are but a small fraction of the overall commitment made by the Susan G. Komen over the past 30 years. What can never be debated is that our fight against breast cancer cannot be sidetracked. On that, we know we all stand together, and we thank you for your shared commitment. Sincerely, the Susan G. Komen 3-day team." So, as I got that, it makes me think even more, I'm sorry that this is so disorganized. It's just, like, as I said, I've put a lot of time into this. If you just add up the miles that I've walked on the walks, it's 180 miles, and that's not a small number. If you add in all of the training walks I did, it's probably over 1,000 miles that I've walked. And the last walk that I had was in Boston, and the first day of the walk was the second hottest day in recorded history of Boston. And I ended up in the emergency tent with an IV that was attached to a tree that wiggled around every time the wind blew, and I projectile vomited Gatorade, and even after all that, sorry for the bad visual, but even after all that, I was still willing to donate my time and energy towards Susan G. Komen, and the fact that I'm now wondering about it really bothers me, so I would really love your feedback. So since I have heard that 80% of the funding goes toward research and wouldn't be going toward people getting mammograms anyway, but more toward finding a cure for the people who eventually are diagnosed, I feel like maybe I could handle still walking, even though I'm against the fact that they're taking their funds away from people who probably need it most. But at the same time, I don't know, and it's also very scary to me because I see on Facebook and on Twitter how fired up a lot of my friends are at, boycotting buying things with pink ribbons, and Susan G. Komen is a bad person, even though they seem to not know that Susan G. Komen actually passed away from cancer many years ago, and that it's her sister who is running it. So basically what this vlog is about is just being honest with my feelings about the whole thing. So I guess I'm just going to go back to those questions that I've been asking. And please comment on this video, be it on Facebook, on my blog, on YouTube, tweet at me, whatever. I could use your guidance, your support, and your opinion. What would you do if you were me? Would you still walk? I was really looking to it. I love the walk every year. And if you're a friend of mine and you normally donate, will you still donate? Will you still help throw a party? I guess just any feedback, even links to unbiased sources of information, just so I can understand things if you already have them available. I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your time. Sorry this wasn't a cheerful vlog. I'm proud of myself for not crying. You got to meet Refugio, and next time I promise it'll be a fun one and one of your topics. Have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching this.